Breeding Pokemon for shinies has never been easier than in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They have made some small changes, and it appears that a lot of people are confused as to what they need to do to breed Pokemon, and especially breed shiny Pokemon. So today, I welcome you to Beacon of Nick's crash course on hatching shiny Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. The first thing, if you enjoy the video and you get something out of it, don't be afraid to leave a comment below or drop a like. I've helped a lot of people shiny hunt and get shinies in my streams and get foreign dittos in my streams. First things first, upon leaving the school, when you finish the tutorial in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you will notice that you have access to a new feature called Picnic. You can play with your Pokemon, you can bathe your Pokemon, you can make sandwiches, which will have real-world ramifications like changing what Pokemon spawn, changing shiny rates in the overworld, you can change what raids are going to be more prevalent. But most importantly for this video, you can collect eggs in this new feature. The next logical question will be, how do I make eggs spawn? Now, the correct answer is when you have two Pokemon in the same egg group that are capable of breeding, they will produce eggs in your party. But for today's video, I'm going to ignore egg groups, and we're just going to use one male and one female of the same Pokemon to keep things really simple. I'm also going to bring up Ditto. Ditto is basically a free space. He will literally breed with anything. So once you have a male and a female, or a male and a Ditto, or a female and a Ditto in your party, I recommend only having those two Pokemon when you go camping, because you don't want things to get messy, and you don't want to have a bunch of eggs that you don't know what they are. Just keep in your party what you want to hatch from those eggs. Now, when you have the right Pokemon and you have the evolutionary line that you want to breed with, now we go camping. At this point in time, after you wait a little bit, eggs will begin spawning in your basket. Now, this is where it gets really important. There are ways to increase the rate at which eggs will appear in your basket, and there are ways to increase the shiny odds of those eggs that do appear in your basket. There are two ways to boost your shiny chances in your eggs. One is have the shiny charm. Catch every Pokemon in the game, you get the shiny charm, it'll increase your chances by basically 2 times. Also, you've probably heard this word before, and a lot of people surprisingly don't know what it means. It's called the Masuda method. The Masuda method is when you breed 2 Pokemon that originated from countries that speak different languages. So in this case, you see that my Ditto is from Japan, and my Quaxwell is from Taiwan or Hong Kong. So, as you can see, just using the Masuda method alone, without even having the shiny charm, will give all of your eggs a 1 in 683 chance of being shiny. I'm going to show you guys where you can find a Ditto and how you can trade that Ditto to potentially get a Ditto that you can use the Masuda method with. The first thing you're going to do is travel to Porto Marinata on the west side of the map. Now, if you didn't spawn there already, head to the Pokemon Center and then head near the lighthouse that you can see right next to the Pokemon Center. As you approach the lighthouse, you may even notice a Ditto icon on your map, and you might think to yourself, where the heck is this thing? If you don't see it, it's because Ditto is literally transformed as a different Pokemon. So what you're going to have to do is scan the area with the ZL button to discover what Pokemon is actually Ditto. Once you've found your Ditto, there is a universal code that people are using to trade Ditto between regions. So I've used this on both my Switches, and it's worked on both of them. 4448, 4448, but please only trade Dittos with this code. You have to understand that people are looking for very specific things, and if you're not offering what they're looking for, they will cancel the trade on you. It's taken me on average like 10 tries to try to match up with the right person, but I've walked away with the foreign Ditto pretty much every time. Now that you have 2 Pokemon from the same evolutionary line, or a Pokemon and a Ditto that originate from different regions that speak different languages, you are ready to start Masuda method hunting. Now when you start camping, eggs will spawn. However, eggs typically spawn rather slowly with no boosts. How do you get a boost, you might ask? By buying food in town or making sandwiches that give you the egg power boost. The egg power boosts, along with other boosts, come with 3 different levels that you can get. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 3 will give you the best benefits, but level 2 and level 1 are still perfectly adequate. The first town that I came across on my playthrough that let me purchase level 2 egg power food was in Madali, and the restaurant is in the back right corner down one of the alleyways called Gastronomy. So once you have your level 2 egg power, you will have 30 minutes to collect your eggs from picnics. At any given time, if you want to check how much time you have left with your boosts, open the notification window outside of a picnic by pressing right on the D-pad. At this point, when you're in a picnic, you are going to start collecting as many eggs as you can. Now the basket can hold more than 1 egg, and your Pokemon can produce up to 10 at one time in a given basket. Never let your basket get more full than 10 because no more eggs will be produced. The good news also is your eggs will go directly into your Pokemon box, so you can just keep accruing them and collecting them as the picnic goes on. And once you have all your eggs collected that you want, it is now time to start hatching them. We've talked about how to increase shiny odds with your eggs, how to make sure more eggs get produced while you're camping, and now it's time to talk about how to make your eggs actually hatch faster. Making sure that your eggs hatch as fast as possible is very simple. All you need to do is make sure at the very front of your party, you have a Pokemon with the ability of Flame Body. This will exponentially increase the rate that your eggs hatch, and it's so convenient for this Massuda method. To make sure that you're having the most eggs produced as possible and having the first Pokemon in your party be Flame Body, and I recommend not having any other Pokemon in your party to make sure that all of your eggs get hatched as fast as possible. I did record and edit this video after streaming for 10 hours, but there were so many people last night that were asking me questions about this method that I just felt like I needed to get this out today. So if I ever stream in the future, I can refer people to this video. If I didn't explain a particular topic adequately, if there's something that's unclear, or if you have questions, don't be afraid to let me know in the comments down below. I'll respond and answer to every comment that I get. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the support on the streams recently. It has been absolutely crazy. We will be hatching a lot more shinies with this method, and I can't wait to get my shiny Grafaiai if I haven't already gotten it by this point. Have an amazing rest of your day. Good luck on hatching tons of shiny Pokemon, whatever one you like. Let me know what your first Massuda hunt was or is going to be. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Stay happy, healthy, hydrated. If you did drop a like on this, I appreciate it very much.